bodies, their lives, their preferences. It's all different.
So, like, this whole one size fits all approach to diet and exercise just doesn't make sense.
No, not in the long run.
So instead of like chasing the latest fad diet or whatever, it's more about finding those habits that really fit into your life.
Exactly. Things you can actually see yourself doing,
Mm.
not just for a week or a month, but for years.
Habits that stick, basically.
Yes, exactly.
So let's maybe start with like the food part of it, right? Like what we're eating.
Yeah. I mean, we interact with food multiple times a day,
Yeah.
so it makes sense to start there. And, the health and wellness talk people, they really reframe this whole idea of changing your diet, which I think is helpful.
In what way?
Well, it's not about making these huge restrictions and like cutting out entire food groups.
Okay, that's good because that always sounds so miserable.
Right. It's more about just making smarter choices.
Smarter choices, like what does that actually look like?
Well, they give some really practical examples, like just adding more fruits and vegetables to your meals.
Okay, that's doable.
Right. And being mindful of your portion sizes.
Portion sizes, that's always a tricky one.
Yeah, it's easy to overdo it sometimes. And of course, drinking more water.
Water, the classic. But seriously, I know I don't drink enough.
Right. It's easy to forget. But the point is, these are all small changes that you can make consistently. And over time, they really add up.
It's like those small, consistent things actually make more of a difference than trying to do some crazy crash diet for a week.
Absolutely.
And I like how they emphasize that, like, eating shouldn't feel like a punishment.
Oh, yeah. They're big on that.
It's like you can still enjoy food and, find things you like. Just maybe make healthier swaps sometimes.
Right. Like they use this example of having some fruit with a bit of dark chocolate if you're craving something sweet.
Oh, that's a good idea. Instead of like a whole bag of candy or something.
Exactly. It's about finding those things that satisfy you without being, completely unhealthy.
And it goes back to that whole thing of not feeling deprived, right?
Exactly.
It's like those small choices throughout the day, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or
Or having black coffee instead of a sugary latte.
yeah, those things really add up over time.
They do. They do. And speaking of things that add up over time, we have to talk about sleep.
Sleep. Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, the health and wellness talk, people really highlight sleep as being like a crucial part of weight management.
Really? I mean, I know it's important for overall health, but
It's not just about feeling rested, it actually affects your metabolism and get this, your hunger hormones.
wow, okay.
Yeah, so if you consistently don't get enough sleep, it can actually mess with your hormones and make you crave more unhealthy foods, especially carbs and sugary stuff.
Oh, wow. It's like your body's trying to find a quick energy fix because it's tired.
Exactly. And I think it's something we often underestimate.
So, how much sleep are we talking about here?
They recommend aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night.
Okay, that's pretty standard advice, but I guess it's easy to forget how important it really is.
It is. It's just as important as diet and exercise.
Okay, so moving on to exercise then. I think a lot of people get kind of intimidated by it.
Oh, yeah, totally. They think they need to spend hours at the gym every day or something.
Right, like super intense workouts all the time.
But health and wellness talk really emphasizes that it's more about just moving your body consistently.
So, not necessarily about like crazy workouts.
Not necessarily, no.
Mm.
It's about finding activities you enjoy, whether it's walking, yoga, cycling, dancing, whatever.
Okay. That makes it seem way less daunting.
Right. It's about finding something you can stick with, something that you actually like doing.
And they really drive home this point that consistency is more important than perfection, right?
Yes, exactly. There will be days when you can't do a full workout, and that's totally fine.
It's about just moving your body regularly, even if it's just for a little bit.
Like, they talk about taking a walk after lunch, which can help with digestion and burn a few extra calories.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that's good for you.
Right. It's all about making movement a part of your daily life, not some separate thing you have to do.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And, they also talk about strength training, which I think is important.
Yeah, strength training, I feel like that sometimes gets forgotten about.
It does. But even doing it once or twice a week can make a big difference.
How so?
Well, it helps boost your metabolism and maintain muscle mass, which is important as you get older.
Okay, so it's like an investment in your long-term health.
Exactly.
Okay, so I feel like we've covered diet, sleep, exercise.
We have.
But there's one more thing that health and wellness talks about, and I think it's huge.
Yeah, mindset.
Exactly.
Super important.
Like you can have the perfect diet and exercise plan, but if your head's not in the right place,
It's going to be really tough to stick with it.
exactly. So they talk about this concept of self-compassion,
Oh, yeah, that's a big one for them.
which basically means like not beating yourself up if you slip up sometimes, right?
Exactly. It's about recognizing that this is a journey, and there will be times when you don't follow your plan perfectly.
Like life happens, right?
Exactly. Birthdays, holidays, stress.
There are always going to be things that throw you off track.
And it's about not letting those moments completely derail you.
Like getting back on track afterwards instead of just giving up.
Exactly. It's about progress, not perfection.
And they also talk about the importance of having a support system, right?
Yeah, totally. Having people around you who can encourage you and keep you accountable.
Like a workout buddy or someone to share healthy recipes with, or even just an online community.
Right. It makes a big difference to know that you're not doing this alone.
So I guess to kind of wrap up all this amazing stuff from health and wellness talk,
Yeah, let's distill it down to some key takeaways.
it seems like the biggest things are starting small, being consistent, and, being kind to yourself.
Absolutely. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one or two habits to focus on.
Like drinking more water or taking a short walk every day.
Exactly. Little things that you can build on over time.
And celebrate those small wins, right?
Definitely. Those little victories keep you motivated.
And remember that it's a journey, not a race. There will be setbacks, and that's okay.
The important thing is to just keep going.
And be kind to yourself along the way.
Yes, absolutely.
So I guess the question for you guys listening is, what's one small habit you can start with today?
What's one tiny change that could make a big difference in your life down the road?
It's amazing how those little things can really add up.
They really can.
So go out there and make those small changes and watch them grow into something amazing.
You got this?